guys, so what if you want to refinance? You already own a home and you want to refinance, but maybe you're looking at a cash out refinance, right? To consolidate some debt, etc. There's good ways to do that and ways not to. So you have to go in with the right mentality, and if you do, it makes complete sense. So here's an example. I just had a fella who did a cash out refinance. He had plenty of equity in his home, because we all have plenty of equity in our homes if we've owned it for a few years. Home values have been going up fairly rapidly. So they had a few credit cards with balances and a fairly high monthly payment. They had a car that had a pretty low balance, but a pretty high payment still. And they wanted to roll all that in and just help cash flow, right? He ended up helping a little more than $1,200 a month. So rolling it into the mortgage, into that cash out refinance, getting rid of all the consumer debt, helped improve, it gave himself a raise basically of $1,200 a month that he didn't owe anymore. He owes it on the mortgage, but it's much lower payment. So his cash flow improved by over $1,200 a month in his case. That's huge. That's a huge change for a family. Now, how does that work long term? The way I've seen it fail is by falling back into some old habits of then continuing to use the credit cards, right? So I wouldn't do that. I would set yourself a habit and a new budget, and every month look at the budget. Remember, budget is not a bad word. It's just giving every dollar a name and assigning it a task that this dollar is going to pay for groceries and this for that, or whatever it is. Get in that habit so you don't fall back to needing to use credit cards, because you've got $1,200 to work with here. That's a lot. And knowing that you're never bringing future spending or future consumption forward, which is what consumer debt is, right? Consumer debt is just bringing future consumptions, things you would buy in the future when you had the money for it, forward to buy it on debt instead. So let's stop bringing future consumption forward, eliminate consumer debt, and it can really change your whole trajectory. And as this fella said to me after closing, met him about 3 weeks after closing, he said, you know what? I'm sleeping better at night. I just am, because I know I've got this now. I know the cash flow works. I'm not stressed about it. We've got it. I want that for you. So if you are at all stressed about debt and whatever, let's look at a cash out refinance, see what that would do for your budget and your cash flow and your peace of mind and your good night's sleep. If you want to get started, click here, let's chat and see what options are available.